from Poland! For this month's update, I thought I would change things up and do a video instead of just a regular post, so hopefully you enjoy this. February has been an interesting month, full of sickness, not only for me, but for the Taylors, and issues with residency, and Polish exams, you name it. It's been a bit crazy, but God is good. So we'll start off with my Polish exam. My Polish exam consisted of two different parts. The first was a written test, which took about an hour and a half to complete. The second part of the test, I had to have a conversation with my teacher. We didn't know the topic ahead of time, so it was very interesting for me to sit down with her and to discuss our last vacation in Polish, obviously. So I'm very thankful and happy to say that I did pass. Yay! I know I've mentioned this before in my blogs, but Polish is not an easy language to learn. I would really appreciate prayers for perseverance in language learning. Sometimes it can be a little bit overwhelming, sometimes it can be super frustrating, but this is something that I need to do, and I know that it needs to be more of a priority in my daily routine. So please, if you could pray for that, that would be fantastic. Residency. Oh man, residency is a bit of a headache, but it needs to be done. This month, I got a letter from the government saying that they were ready to make a decision, which means they were going to say, yes, you can stay in Poland, or no, you need to go back to Canada. So I received this letter and we needed to go and submit a piece of paperwork. So we went, took about 2.5, almost 3 hours to wait to see an official who, when we gave them the letter, didn't really understand what it was asking for, so that made us feel a little bit better for struggling with some of the paperwork that we have. With a little bit of explanation, he stamped my paperwork and now I am awaiting the final letter of acceptance, hopefully. Pączki Day marks the beginning of Lent. It was started as a way for people to use ingredients that they wouldn't be able to use during Lent. So they make donuts and eat as many donuts as possible. Valentine's weekend, I had a wonderful opportunity to go on a retreat with our church. Through this retreat, I connected with one of the ladies from the church who asked if I could help her with her English, and in return, she would help me with my Polish. So I'm hoping that that would be something we do on a regular basis. God has been moving in huge ways already this year, and I'm so excited to see how He's going to shape me and use me to further His kingdom here in Poland. Spring has sprung in Wrocław. There is no more snow, not that there really was much snow, but the snow is completely gone now and the weather is beautiful. Sorry to all you Canadians out there. We're really enjoying the sunshine and the weather warming up, and really looking towards the spring and hoping that as the weather warms up, it will give us more opportunities to do ministry on the university campuses and around the city. One thing I realized I actually haven't talked about on my blog at all is why the title is The Great Adventure. When I was young, I used to listen to Steve Green, and my absolute favorite song by him was The Great Adventure. And it talks about how God takes us on a journey, and sometimes we don't know where He's leading us, but that's a part of the journey. And God is going to shape us, and He is going to use us along the way. So for example, the chorus is, saddle up your horses, we've got a trail to blaze, through the wild blue yonder of God's amazing grace. So let's follow our leader into the glorious unknown. This is a life like no other. This is the great adventure. And for me, it really resonated when I was thinking about what to title my blog. I was stepping into a new world and stepping away from everything that I've known, my stability, and I knew that I had to rely on God and trust in Him. And I know that this is what God has called me to at this point in my life. He has called me to go and to make disciples. And this for me is the great adventure, or the Great Commission. March 7th will mark 8 months of me being in Poland, which is absolutely insane. I cannot believe that I have almost been here for 8 months now. God is so good, and He has brought us on such a journey. Thank you so much for listening. God bless.